Hello and welcome out to a Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering draft. The set is finally out on Arena. So now we're drafting for real. We're gonna go full tryhard mode. We're not gonna be doing a lot of the meme stuff. To give you guys an idea of how little I've been playing Magic the Gathering as of late, I'm currently rank bronze. Not great, but that's also how little I played Ether Drift, how little I played Tarkir, Dragonstorm, and all that. But we're gonna get right back into there. And just hop into a draft. So if you're watching this on the VOD channel, as a reminder, I'll be posting each different draft as its own VOD. That way you guys can get multiple individual streams to watch. And of course, if everyone watches live, twitch.tv/ProJared every Monday for Magic Monday from now until the set is no longer on Arena. But that's the plan. All right, good opening rare. Oh, we got a Nassian. Dark Confident. It is a pretty good way to start. It's 1 black for 2/1 at the beginning of your upkeep. You reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. Lose life equal to its mana value. That can sound scary, but when this just gets you an extra land off the top, it's always good. Draw 2 cards a turn. Now, if I wasn't taking that, some other cards to consider. I actually like side quest Hunt the Mark. 3 black to sorcery speed kill something. If you have 3 treasures, you get Yasmat. I actually really like Thief's Knife. Magitech Armor is also solid. All these uncommons are actually really solid, except for Barret. Barret is just a 4/4 with reach. Going down to the commons. Hectize. I actually like just a simple burglar rat. Quite like that. And maybe Geisel Greens, just so you can cast it twice, but we will start off with Dark Confident. By the way, I absolutely purchased the Terra avatar right away. Kuja! 2 blue, black, red for 4/5. Whenever another non-token you control enters, if Kuja is in the command zone, okay, or on the battlefield, you can pay 1. If you do, make a token that's a copy of that wizard. The token gets haste, exile it, tap 5 wizards to target player, loses 7 life. Okay, well, that's mostly a commander card, so I'm not going to be taking that. Not great picks in there. There's another Magitech Armor, which is fine. Slash of Light's also pretty okay. It might just be the Ilmag Pixie. Armin's okay, but this is just a 1 in a blue for a 2/1 flyer that you surveil 1 every single time you attack. This is just good in any blue deck, so if we end up having blue open, that's just great. I think I like that more than the Magitech Armor personally. And these two cards are kind of replaceable even in black. Okay, going into pick 3, we have both Ultros and an Overkill. There's also a Suplex. Wow. Nazamu Trader's also fine. Samurai's Katana, Combat Tutorial. Yeah, these are all actually really good cards. White and green looks a little picked over, but if Overkill went through 2 people, that is a good sign that black's going to be open. So I'm going to take the Overkill here. I kind of want to try Ultros, just because casting 4 mana spells to stun stuff is decent. You'll not often give them the 8 +1/+1 counters, but maybe you would. But I'll take the Overkill. I think that's a pretty good pick there. Goes with our Dark Confident. Okay, going to pick 4. Dragoon's Wyvern's also one of the better blue commons. Machinist's Arsenal is surprising. 4 and a white, job select. It gets +2/+2 for each artifact you control and is an artificer in addition to its other types. So minimum, you get 4 and a white for a 3/3, but for every artifact, it just gets way bigger. And you can get pretty big. There's also Dwarven Castle Guard or Final Days. Final Days, I think, really wants to be in a green-black deck where you're filling your own graveyard. Might just be the Dragoon's Wyvern. Goes with their Pixie, gives us another flyer. Although seeing a Dwarven Castle Guard and Machinist's Arsenal, maybe white is open? It's really hard to say. We are drafting in bronze, so I think there's going to be a lot of people who don't really know what they're doing. There's going to be picking all over the place. Going into pack 5. Okay. Another Slash of Light for removal. I kind of like Retrieve the Esper. There's also just a Trino Dark City if you want to get that blue-black land. Sahagin is only really good if you're casting spells that cost 4 or more, but it is a 2-drop. Yeah, these are all kind of replaceable. I'm not super sure what direction we're going to go. I'm going to take the Trino, just because if I end up in blue, the black lets me splash for overkill. And these are all just kind of fine so far, so I'll just take the dual land for now. We're going to pick 6. Now we don't see any blue, but we do have a Resentful Revelation, a Cactuar, and the Balam T-Rexar. Balam T-Rexar has actually been kind of impressive. Just a 6-mana 6/6 trample, gain 3 life. Just a big, thick dummy that helps you stabilize. There's also White Mage's Staff, which is also fine. I guess I'll try the Resentful Revelation. Maybe we can cut black here and get rewarded in the next packs. But that's kind of a tough pick there. I don't think I want to quite pivot into green. Or maybe I do. There's another T-Rexar. And we're not really seeing a lot more black show up. Yeah, alright, I'll pick up my first Balam T-Rexar. Realm Reborn's unplayable. Riddy's Return's not really what you want to do unless your green-white go wide. So I'll just take the first Rexar. And pick 8, there's another Retrieve the Esper. Summon Fat Chocobo. Who's a decent? 4 and a green gets you a 4/4 and a 2/2 Chocobo. Or Retrieve the Esper. I think... excuse me. I think blue's more open than green, so I'm going to grab the Fat Chocobo. Alright, pick 9. Magitek Armor did end up wheeling, so yeah, actually maybe white's super open. Can I move into like a green-white artifacts? I don't think the Machinist is going to wheel around. No, I'll take the Geisel greens. Just a 2/2 Chocobo for 2. More Magitek Armor. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like I said, it's early in the format and people aren't going to really know what they're doing here. I guess I'll take the Magitek Armor. It's the best card out of the pack, even though I'm not super excited about it. Yeah, pick 11. A Gubu Gardener Wield. We also got a green-white land. Kutrip Ferrer is a pretty filler black card. No, the one... I actually like this guy a lot. 1/3 ramps you for mana. And he's got 3 toughness, so we can stop a lot of the early game aggression from your opponents. Got Dwarven Castle Guard still wield. Well... Okay, so... Didn't really pick up a whole lot of blue, so I'm not super committed to that. So hopefully the next few packs kind of help give us a better direction. Nibelheim of Flame is very strong, but we are nowhere near to casting that in red. I actually like the Crystals Chosen, and there's enough white going around that maybe this is it. So this is 5 white, and you get 4 2/2s bare minimum. But then if you've got any additional creatures, they also get +1/+1 counters. Really rewards the green-white go wide, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards right now, to be honest. Which is not my style by any means. There's also Vanille, who's solid. White Mage's Staff would also be pretty good, and the Balam T-Rexar. I'm gonna try the Crystals Chosen. Maybe we end up doing like a green-white build of that. Ooh, Simur Guado? Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type produced. And for 5 green-blue, look at top 5 cards, put a non-human creature card onto the battlefield. Okay. So, he can make the Gubu tap for additional mana. Golbez is okay, Swallowed by Leviathan, Tonberry's okay. Crossroads Village, if we want to get that extra fixing. However, there's a Tortle. 1 and a green for a 2/2 good boy. That also ramps and fixes, and if you play any humans, you just get an additional +1/+1 counter. Like, that is very good. Alright, let's clean up our picks here. Let's take the Tortle. Sleep Magic. Ooh, Fenrir. Ooh, okay. I actually think Fenrir is excellent. 2 and a green for a 3/2 that just finds you any basic land. Makes your next thing even bigger. And because you're making your stuff bigger, there's a good chance you get to draw a card off of it. I'd be happy taking Fenrir here. Another Gubu Gardener is in consideration. Maybe Guado Salam if I end up wanting to splash the blue, but I don't really have any blue things worth splashing. But definitely take Fenrir. Oh man, another Ilmag Pixie? Yeah, that's about right. And another side quest, Hunt the Mark. Excuse me. White, not exactly flowing. I don't think we can really make blue do much with what we're seeing. These are all just kind of like solid blue cards you would put in any blue deck, but side quest Hunt the Mark just kills something. The Earth Crystal. No, not really looking to do that. But actually, I like Battle Menu a lot. It gives you so many options. But maybe it's just Gigantoad. Maybe we just need a thick 4/4 dummy. Still working on feeling out our second color, but we're probably going to be in green here. Side quest, Catch a Fish. Side quest, Raise a Chocobo. Malboro. More Geisel Greens. I don't think we're going to have so many birds that we can transform and get the black Chocobo. It might just be a Malboro. And then maybe end up back in black-green. Yeah, not really seeing a lot of white. Oh, Town Greeter is excellent, though. 1 green for a 1/1, you mill 4 cards. And if you find a land among them, you get to put in your hand. If it happens to be a town, you gain some life. Sure. Happy with that. Going to pick 8. You got some more Geisel Greens. Sure. Going to pick 9. 1 more Balam, T-Rex R. I guess we're just kind of ramping up into big green-black dummies. That's not particularly exciting. We're not really doing like the self-mill thing either for a fight on. So I'd rather just grab a T-Rex R first. Chat, when you know it, somehow it's Monday. And it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. And Leaf Blower guy's out there. Maybe... well, you know. Resentful Revelations are our only real maybe card right now. Everything else actually looks quite good. We don't have a whole lot of humans for Torgal. We basically have Dark Confidant and Town Greeter. But Torgal still lets us easily ramp into our top end here. Nothing in here is really all that great. We can take a Lopareet Scout just as a filler. Another Malboro. I'd rather take my second Gubu Gardener.
Happy Pride and many Jared wins.
Happy Pride Month. Precious Wandering. Search your library for a basic land or town. And then put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. So it's like a combat trick. Yeah, I'll take it. Sure. See if Precious Wandering does anything for us. Alright. Oh man, another Machinist Arsenal. Whoever picked up that one's going to be just stoked for that. And this whole pack is pretty much a blank for us. Might just be grabbing the Crossroads Village. Just to have a little bit better mana base. Ooh, Anima! Now that's actually a worthwhile creature. You lose a lot of life, but you do draw a lot of cards. There's also Sephiroth's Intervention. I'm going to close my window. Frickin' Leaf Blower guy. Oh, what is this one? Newfound Adventure. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain. Put it onto the battlefield. Anima or Sephiroth's Intervention. I'm going to go with Anima. Simply because it draws its extra cards. I think we're going to need that more for the end game than we will just for interaction. That said, we have 0 interaction right now. Next pick. Yeah, still just not great stuff. I mean, we could just take Namazu Trader just as another 4-drop that at least gets us a treasure. Or another Precious Wanderings. I feel like Precious Wanderings got a better chance to wheel. Yeah, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2-mana creatures is actually pretty good. Yeah, this is kind of a dud of a pack. Adventurer's Airship. I don't really love that. Yeah, let's go with the Namazu Trader. It's a 4-mana 3/4, so it blocks decently well. Most importantly, it gets us a treasure. Help us cast our really big things. In pick 4, wow. It's kind of whiffing a lot. Steiner, Vinton's Limit Break, or Geisel Greens. I already have 2 Geisel Greens. There's a white Aura Site, which is great. I could just take the instant ramen as a means of... Actually, I might just take the instant ramen. It cycles, gets us some life. For sure. I don't love it, but, you know. Okay, Vayne is Finn the Fangbearer, so 1 and a green for a 1/3 Death Touch. Which is always great. There is also Blitzball Shot, which gives a creature +3/+3 and trample until end of turn. I actually think I need to take the Blitzball Shot here. Vayne is very good, but I have quite a few 2-mana creatures I'm happy with. This can be our interaction, just doing some combat and just kind of swinging in. And then with some of our big thick dummies, the +3/+3 can actually really matter here. Pick 6. Oh boy. Several more duds. There's the Raise a Chocobo side quest. You need 4 more birds in order to transform this. Which I currently have 2 Geisel Greens and Fat Chocobo. I'll take the Fight On just to return some stuff. Albed Salvagers or Gigantode. Jesus. I guess another Gigantode. Not an exciting pick, but we're just trying to ramp up, get some big thick dummies, and just start swinging in. Okay, we got X-Death. That's at least in our colors. I don't think X-Death is all that great. He is a 3/3 that gains you 3 life. But then when he transforms, like, he still only has 3 toughness, so he's still pretty vulnerable, and that's not exciting, but later on, he could potentially at least be, like, a threatening trampler, so we'll grab X-Death. There's Shinra Reinforcements if we really want to mill stuff, which sets up X-Death. Sure, we'll grab one of those. We do have a Fight On to go with it. Another Blitzball Shot. Works for me. And then a lot of stuff we're probably not going to want to play. Excuse me. Okay, well, that was a kind of a frustrating draft to navigate because people were very clearly bouncing all over the place in their colors. It was very difficult to determine what was even open. Maybe there's a world that we should have shifted into white a bit earlier on, but the ones we were seeing like weren't all that great. Okay, so let's put all our non-creature spells over on the right here. And I think that's it. Oh, none of Resentful Revelation. Okay. Don't really want Resentful Revelation. Is anything in here? Just, I don't think we want the Lopareet Scouts, if I'm being real with myself. We could have the Shinra Reinforcements just for Fight On and setting up X-Death. Guess that is a kill spell as well. Yeah, not a whole lot of humans for Torgal, sadly, but it will still ramp us. This is a lot of 6s. I think we actually drop the Malboro and keep the Anima just to kind of clean that up. And then we'll get rid of the instant ramen just to make it simple. Okay, well, not a particularly exciting deck. It's not horribly synergistic, but it's got a plan. It's got some power. It's got a lot of very good ramp. And we got Dark Confidant and Anima to kind of refresh our hands as we keep going. Plus a Fight On to get something out of the graveyard. So, it could be something. Let's try and get into our first match. Everyone watching on Twitch, prediction time. Will this deck get 4 more wins? Can we get a positive record? I'm going to lower Arena's volume a bit. We go first. Ugh. I keep it, I guess, just because we got the T-Rexar to get a forest into a removal spell, but this is not ideal. Aw, now if we had a forest, we'd really be doing it. That would have been great ramp, get us a turn 3 Gigantode. Alright, there's going world maps. They're also playing a bit slow. We could cycle away the Belam T-Rexar. Get a forest. Got another forest. Nothing really targets, so we'll just play the Gooba Gardener. Get us a 1-3. It gives us an extra green mana. Looks like they're blue-red, though. I think the blue-red deck is excellent. Never mind, that's a Plains. So are you artifacts? Or are you spells? Zach Fair. Sure. They went Zach Fair and then left up 2 mana. Well, the counter spells, so it's either a Syncopate, and that's about it. Which, if that's the case, I'm actually safe just to cast Gigantode. No attacks. Oh, they're flashing in instant ramen. Dude, people love this card. And the delicious flavors of all the eggy noodles. We're actually in a pretty good position to attack next turn, because we have the mana for both Blitzball Shot and Overkill. What's your go-to brand for instant ramen? I'm pretty basic. I just get the what starts with an M? Maurice's, whatever. Marochan, that's it, yeah. So actually have an easy attack with the Giganto because they can't double block it. We'll get him for 4. And then we'll summon Anima. Start drawing some cards, get a 4/4 Menace. If they kill it, I already got my card out of it, so I don't mind. Ooh, Primal Garuda. Garuda's going to Aerial Blast the Giganto and kill that. So they have a free attack with Snow. And 1 mana up to sacrifice Zach to protect something. Yep, no blocks. That Zach's not going to work out well for them when I've got side quest Hunt the Mark. Sorry, Overkill. What's your chapter 2 and 3 do? Another creature you control gets +1/+0 and flying until end of turn. Okay. I have 7 mana. They're going for the double block. So let's make this into a 7/7 trample. Force them to sacrifice Zach if they want to do that. Which if they do that, in their head I would lose Anima and they'd protect one of their creatures. And if they just let this resolve, it's extra trouble. For them. By the way, I also got the Chocobo pet. Yes. Opponent? Restoration magic to give Snow indestructible till end of turn. Yeah, let's just blow him out here. Take out Snow with Overkill, trample through Garuda, deal 4 damage to them, and they still have mana to summon a Chocobo. I like keeping Anima around since it's drawing me an extra card. And I'm very ahead right now, so I don't mind a little bit of life lost. Astrologian's Planisphere. And the Masamune. Sure. Well, now they can't use Zach. I don't think the Masamune is that good because it doesn't actually give them attack power. It just makes more triggers happening, which there's not a lot of triggers happening. This is going to be a little funky, but I'm going to main phase Precious Wandering. Because I get to search my deck for an extra land. Put onto the battlefield tapped. Oh, that's not quite what I thought was going to happen. That's alright. This will give the Chocobo +1/+0. And then I can also give it a +1/+1 counter. I thought maybe... My head was like, go to my hand so I could play side quest Hunt the Mark afterwards, but that's okay. They just take it and go to 4? Alright, I'll just dump the hand then. Now at the beginning of my turn, Anima's going to make them sacrifice a creature and they lose 3 life. Sid, Timeless Artificer. Okay, so I guess they were blue-white splashing red for something. Yep, now they have to sacrifice. And they lose 3 life, go down to 1. So now we can use side quest Hunt the Mark to destroy Sid. Which they can eat the instant ramen. So that goes down to being a 2/2. I'm actually going to use the Town Greeter. Just to help make sure I get my extra points of damage in by finding a land. Just like that. So when I play the land, Chocobo gets bigger. So now, Chocobo alone's a lethal threat. And then these other ones will also deal 4 damage. Yeah. So even if they ate the ramen, like... Cool. God, this Terra art's gorgeous. I love it. Alright, 1-0! Oh, thanks for that hype train, by the way, chat. Sorry, I was in the middle of drafting and all that, but I appreciate it. Okay, I go first. Well, we have a Gubu Gardener and a T-Rexar at the very least. They did hold off on the Zac for quite a while. They went for the... excuse me. Ooh. They went for the Cure Magic instead of just sacrificing Zac to potentially get a +1/+1 counter out of it as well. But, you know, I had enough mana up that the blowout was just going to happen. I think a wiser choice for the opponent at that time would have been to just take the hit. Alright, let's get our ramp on. Hopefully I draw something bigger to cast. More blue-white with a Sahagin and blue-white? Nope, we'll hang out. This is not a blue-white card. Pretty filler there. Oh, they also have a Chocobo. Mine's cuter. Oh, so sorry. Kira, thanks for that resub. Dragoon's Wyvern. Oh, that's actually kind of trouble. Because that is a 2/1 flyer. Drew one more land, okay. Excuse me. Gosh. Into Jill? Oh, that's going to bounce my Gubu Gardener and just really slow me down. Okay. Yeah, going to take 4 damage, and Jill's going to be trouble, and there's not a whole lot I can do here. Like, I just did not draw anything I could really play. Okay, this at least gives me two spells. Build a Gigantoad and Precious Wanderings. They missed a land drop, though. So thankfully, Jill won't be summoning Shiva anytime soon. And a Galacat. Okay. They're still missing mana. I am taking a lot of flying damage, though. Drew a land. Good. Just play a 6/6 and gain 3 life and just gain back all the damage they dealt. They hit their 4th land. So at 5, Jill can flip? Yeah. There's a good chance that next turn, I just need to start attacking with the T-Rexar. Hope! I'm definitely attacking. Geisel Greens? Okay. Can I cast that twice? Or... It's 5, 6. Nope, 1 mana short. Alright. Attacking for 6. Yep. We'll summon a Chocobo. And pass. Hope is not good. You don't want to play Hope. Even if you're blue-white. Well, no, I shouldn't take that back. In blue-white, he is at least like a 2/2 lifelink. Side quest card collection. Draw 3, discard 2. I'll definitely make sure they're finding their lands. And Galacat wants 2 or more artifacts in order to get +2/+0. And they currently have 0 artifacts. Right now, they can attack in for 5. Sahagins unblockable to end a turn, and they got some flyers. Discarding an Iron Giant and a Quistis. Sure. Yep. I'll take 3, go to 14. Drew a Fight On. Fight On currently gets back Gigantode. I could attack with the Chocobo and use Blitzball Shot on it. That doesn't seem great. I think we'll just get in there with the Rexar. Keep pressure up that way. And then make another Chocobo. Leave up Blitzball Shot defensively. So they transform Jill into Shiva. They give something unblockable. Oh, Realm Sketching to copy my Rexar. That's kind of hilarious. Alright, that's trouble. Yeah, they just gain 3 life. And they're getting in for 5. 6. I don't know if I got anything to get out of this. I just had too many dead draws. Oh, they gained 3 life, so I milled 3. Second Blitzball Shot. Well. I mean, hear me out. Be scared. Ah. Might be worth just grabbing the Gigantode and Talon Greeter here. I think having the 6/6 to block with is a little more helpful than the 1/3. Coral. Doesn't do much for him, but it is a blocker. Flash of Light to kill the Rexar. Okay, so they can still get 3 damage in the air. Ugh, yeah, I was afraid of that. Anima is not great here because that'll just get me closer to death. Let's see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers, and with Hope they basically have 10 life. I have 5 attackers. Can go Town Greeter. Just completely whiff. Okay. That's unfortunate. Oh my god. Oh, they just gave me the win. They just gave me the win. Oh, they only chumped. I'll trample in for 8 exact damage. Oh, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Never not had it. Let's go. Blitzball. Level up. The opponent was on 55 cards. Were they really? I missed that. All right. Next. I go first. Geisel Greens for... Yeah, this actually looks like a really good hand. Probably the best opening hand we've had so far. best possible opening hand would be have the Dark Confidant. I'd rather get my Chocobo out first before I play the Crossroads Village. I am going to use this for a black mana, though, to get Anima online. Yep. Black. Chocobo! They have an instant speed spell here? Is it Cure Magic? See a lot of people playing Cure Magic as well, which is not excellent. Oh, they just cycled away Airship Crash, making Anima look way better. Paladin's Arms makes it 3-2. I'll make my Chocobo 3-2. Keep applying pressure. If they trade out, excellent. I'll play a Giganto. Ooh, Traveling Chocobo? Traveling Chocobo is quite good. Traveling Chocobo lets you play lands and cast birds from the top of their library. That's gotta die. Simply because that would give them... Like, if they start playing stuff off the top of their deck, the pure card advantage that way would be way too much for me to keep up with. So that wasn't just me taking out a 3-2, it was also me taking out them drawing like 3 to 4 cards. The weapons vendor equip. Well, that's a choice. So I can play Anima, or I can go Precious Wanderings to kind of make this into a 7-7. Nah, I don't need to do that. I'd rather just get Summon Anima down now. It's Menace. Start drawing up the extra lands, get the extra card draw going now. Oh yeah, I'm playing Terra. Destroys. Yep, that's fine with me. I already got my card out of it. Oh, I can use Fight On to get it back, can't I? Yep. Make this into a 6-6. Keep the beatdowns going. I do have 7 mana, so we will just summon a Chocobo. If the player had 2 lands on top of their deck, could they play both the same turn? The 1 land per turn rule still applies. I'm going to attack with the Gigantode. So I could just let these trade out and then use Fight On to get it back. Plus Anima. I don't need to combat trick quite yet. And excuse me. Getting rid of this 6-6. As soon as I landfall the Chocobo, then that can attack into the weapons vendor, who's currently a paladin. I have some people asking in the YouTube comments where the music coming from. It's from a YouTube channel called, not channel, video called Final Fanta Chill. Let's summon Anima first and see if I can't find a thing here. Found a Gubu. Yep. We can double block. And if I do, I still just take out Choco. I have not played a land for turn yet, correct? So I can go Town Greeter, mill 3 cards. Oof, I hit both my T-Rex Rs. Oh, I did play a land for turn. Never mind. Yeah, losing both of these and side quest Hunt the Mark is kind of a bummer. They play a Bard. And another Paladin. The weapons vendor really working here with all their equipment. Green-white equipment. You wouldn't think it would happen. And make a 5/4 Bard. A lot of lands. All right. Go attack with the Chocobo. Get a land out, so now it's a 4/3, so that's going to trade out. I mean, I could put the +1/+1 counter on Anima, but it's only going to have, like, one attack. Guess it's a little better on the Greeter. Man, I really need to take out that weapons vendor, to be honest. Like, they can spend 1 mana to equip Bard's Bow instead of 6. And they just made a billion 1/1s. 4 lands left in the deck, by the way. And a Blitzball shot. And another Gubu. Jesus Christ. Well, Anima's about to die, so we'll send him in. Oh, this is great. Do that to take out both those creatures. I'm like out of power. Anima's dead. Both T-Rexars in the graveyard. Excuse me, gosh. Rydia's return. Grabbing back T-Rexar and Choco. Yeah. I can Namazu Trader, and this has to attack to get the Surveil? Yeah. "13 cards left in the deck. Like, Fat Chocobo's not going to do it. Yeah, I'm not sure here. X-Death. It's not great. My end step. We'll send this in, sacrifice the treasure, Surveil. Fenrir and Tortle. I don't even think if Tortle's all that happened better here. Yeah, I gotta find better stuff. Ugh. Well, I'll gain 3 life and Neo X Death right away, so I've got an 8/3 trample. Which actually isn't that great on this board. That 3 toughness is so vulnerable. And this unanswered weapons vendor. Oh, now they have a Zac as well? Yeah, I don't really see a way for me out of this. This weapons vendor did so much work for them. Just moving around the Paladin's Arms, the Bard's Bow, just getting such cheap equipment costs. It's been kind of nutty. Yeah, and I can't really block because they have Zac Fair up. I already used my overkill. Dark Confidant's a little late. And at this point, would just deck me out. I have another Blitzball shot. so many lands. I have 9 cards left in my deck. They have 17. Zero of those lands are in the graveyard, by the way. I've played them all. Well, no, I fetched one out with Prish, but whatever. We just load up the T-Rexar at this point. It looks like they first forced Choco into the deck, and Choco is not particularly great here. Oh, that's right. Town Greeter did bring 1 land back. Alright, well. Chump. I'll probably just die to my own Dark Confidant. That's kind of what I'm setting up here. Lose life to the card I draw off Dark Confidant, so even if it's a Blitzball, I die. Do it. Do it. Kill me, Dark Confidant. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it, land. Alright, well, also embarrassing. Frick. Okay. Alright, well. Yeah. I think it was a decent opening hand. And it was a little unlucky just not having anything to play between turns 2 and turn 6. Like, that was kind of the decider there. If I got like Gigantoad or need 3 mana, not being able to defeat that weapons vendor that did a surprising amount of work. Alright, Cloud. Terra versus Cloud. Welcome to Dissidia. Okay, we got Gubu Gardener, we got X-Death, Namazu Trader. Frisch's Wanderings, we got cards to play. And a Fenrir? Ooh. Now this looks excellent. Into a Galacat. Let's use up my mana and get the Namazu Trader down. Because he will be able to attack decently well. And being able to surveil some permanents in the graveyard for X-Death doesn't seem so bad. This is supposed to be all the cards we get. It's over 300 cards. Like, that's a lot. Yeah, we'll attack. Sacrifice this and surveil. Dark Confidant and Shinra Reinforcements. Kind of want both. Although keeping both of these here does make Fenrir a little awkward. I probably should have summoned Fenrir first. We'll keep the Shinra Reinforcements because it sets up X-Death. Yep. Gain 3 life. Summon a Chocobo. Mono white? Or are they missing a color? They have a Galacat and a Dragoon. Yep, Vigilance, so they attack without tapping, so they can bink in for 1. And does nothing else. Sure. Play a land, get the Chocobo trigger. And we'll just attack with these. I don't want to attack with X-Death. Oh, you can sacrifice another creature to do this? I'll not do that, but that's neat. Do I really want to save the Chocobo? Not really. Let's go. Shinra Reinforcements. Mill 3 cards. Oh. That was actually 3 really good hits. Anima, Rexar, and a Town Greeter. Then we'll summon Fenrir. Get another forest. We next cast a creature spell, so this does not work with Geisel Greens. Aerith Rescue Mission, you made a bunch of 1/1s. You know what? Sure. Fat Chocobo. Fat Chocobo gets a +1/+1 counter. I'm gonna attack with Namazu Trader. Well, I'm actually gonna attack with this. I'm actually gonna sacrifice the Boo Boo Gardener so I can mill 2. Get X-Death just a little bit closer to becoming a Trampler. If I get Ultima, I'd be very upset. Don't touch my fat Chocobo. Look 'em. Look 'em. These Chocobo tokens are so freaking adorable, by the way. Yep, I'll pick 1. Alright, fat Chocobo. All my creatures gain trample. And I get to draw a card because I got the highest power creature. Alright, land. X-Death is now ready to transform. I don't think I want to attack with him. I'll send in all the others. I think his trample is going to actually be pretty key here. Not certain my opponent understands how trample works. Slash of Light to deal that 4 damage. I'll give it an extra +1/+1 counter so it survives the Slash of Light and your token. Oh, you die. I didn't even math that out. I could have just overkilled. Alright. Three in 1? Believers? I love how fast these games are popping off. New set, everyone's excited. Hey, Sephiroth. Gubu Garner, Geisel Greens, and Town Greeter? Yeah, I'll keep this. Ooh, they lead off with a Zac. I think we're going to see a lot of aggressive white decks. White-red. Yep. We'll Gubu Gardener. It's actually why I think Gubu Gardener is so good, because that 3rd point of toughness just shuts down so much. Aerith! Uh-oh. Go another Gubu Gardener. I just make a 2/2. Yeah. Aerith's trouble. And I can't really block her because they can just sacrifice Zac to protect Aerith, make her into a 3/3. Yep, you got it. And now when I kill Aerith, all their creatures get +1/+1. And they leave up just enough mana to still sacrifice Zac, so I cannot side quest Hunt the Mark. I'll play a 6/6. Alright, they've played out all the cards in their hand except for one. So they might use that just for the airship. Nope, it's a Cloudbound Moogle, who is not good. Dazzling get another +1/+1 counter on Aerith. So now it's tough. If I blast Aerith, all the other creatures get 2 +1/+1 counters. I don't know if I have a choice, though. Because either that, she's going to keep popping off. Oh, and plus with Zach, that makes it look worse. Whew. Yeah, that's actually pretty tough. So it basically comes down to, do I think I can outrace them? Could also just kill the flyer? Four 3 lifelink, 3/4, and a 4/5 flyer. And they can move these counters around. Yeah, it just feels like if I don't do this now, it's just going to get worse. That's actually pretty tough. Oh, the +1/+1 only goes on legendary creatures. Okay. Less bad. I'll just play the Town Greeter. Start the mill. I'm only going to hit good cards though, right? Another Rexar, one of my Blitzball shots, and a land. So now when they sacrifice Zach, they can move 3 +1/+1 counters to something else, though. Paladin's Arms. They keep playing stuff out instead of trying to get the loot with Adventurer's Airship. Yeah, 5 in the air. They draw and discard a land. Get Torgal. Do you really just want to let Steiner die? I didn't quite math this out correctly. Guys, game mate life. I guess I'll Torgal now in case I can find a thing to play. Get another treasure at least. I could just be dead to flyers. Because they're hitting me for 5 damage every turn. Plus they're getting the loot. Like, even getting a Yasmat won't do a whole lot. I could not have killed Steiner because Zach gave Steiner indestructible till end of turn. I drew a land. Unfortunate. I mean, I guess I got the treasures to do Precious Wandering still, but I'm looking to chump with Town Greeter. Minwoo? You don't have any other clerics, though. Are you a cleric? No. I mean, whenever they gain life, Minwoo will get bigger. Hunt the Mark will flip when I have 3 treasures at my end step, and I get treasures by killing their creatures on my turn, which right now I can't do anything. Land. Alright, well. Okay. Am I playing too many lands? I have we got 2 land cyclers and 2 Gubus. I actually might be able to cut a land. Yeah, I actually can go down and bring in something like... Bring in one more Malboro. That actually would make cutting one more land make even more sense. Just to put a little more power on the top end. Yeah, let's try that. 2 Gubus can replace a land. And then I got plenty of land cyclers. I think that's going to be okay. Opponent goes first. Ugh. This is a slow hand. If we're facing red-white, we'll die. But I don't want to mulligan this. I do gain some life at least. So use Crossroads Village for black. I can draw one of my Gubu Gardeners. Ah, X Death. So that's multiple cards that'll gain me some life. So we're not facing white beatdowns. I feel like that's all we faced so far today. A lot of blue-white, some red-white, mono-white. Yeah, it's been white every single opponent. They got blue-black, okay. They still didn't do anything, thankfully. Buying us some time. Still didn't do anything. Shinra reinforcements. Do you have the Swallowed by Leviathan? And if you do, like, is that really worth a counter on Shinra reinforcements? They're heavily considering it. I agree. Lower rank people... Yep, there they go. Well, you have to surveil at least one. Lower rank people do tend to play more aggro decks because they think that'll make them rank up faster because ranking up makes them feel good. I hope you both need both cards. Land and Evil Reawakened. Okay. Phantom Train. We'll play X Death, gain some life. Side quests can only destroy creatures. Into an Ultimecia? Yep, well there's my side quest mark. Which they can sacrifice that in response to crew up the Phantom Train and get it its first +1/+1 counter. So then I can't attack at all. I could also just summon the Fat Chocobo, but Ultimisia surveils whenever she attacks as well. And I want to shut that down. Ooh, fight on. Alright, hunt the mark. We're gonna hunt Ultimisia. So they could sacrifice in response to Phantom Train to get Phantom Train a +1/+1 counter, which would be the correct choice. Let's see if they see that interaction. Yeah. So then I will not attack. We'll get a treasure, and with that treasure I can now summon Anima. Phantom Trade kind of helps out my side quest if I keep attacking in and they try to crew up the Phantom Trade by sacrificing stuff. Phantom Train, I think, is just a secret black-white card. Unless if you're in blue-black and you have a lot of heck dies. Because those are great sacrifice fodder. You already hit a card out of their hand and you just yeet a 1/1 to make the train alive. Opponent? Hello? You have 5 mana. Cornered by black mages. Make me lose X death. And they think could... Wait, that black mage doesn't have a soul for the Phantom Train? What do you mean? I call shenanigans. Alright, we'll just summon Anima. I have both my Blitzball shots. Plus 1 more land. Yeah, that's true, Yeaman. There actually will be a lot more people coming back into this because of Final Fantasy. It is good to show patience. They seem to have another 2-mana spell available. You got some Dreams of Laguna by chance? And using these black mages for the Phantom Train is actually not that bad of an idea. I did have to use my treasure to summon Anima, though. Don't touch him. Thane's Treachery, ooh, sacks it to kill Anima. Okay. That's actually pretty good. I do still have Fight On to return it. Anima did already draw me a card, so... puts me up quite a bit in that interaction. 2 cards left for the opponent, 6 mana available. What are these lands? Modern Horizons? What is this? Kefka's Tower? Look at the top card of your library anytime you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. Paying life equal to its casting cost. Tap, sacrifice 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. Oh, okay. I really don't think that's that helpful here. That's painful, but good God, the card advantage. Little scary. I'll summon some Chocobos first. They did nothing. Well, there's a good... They already played their land for turn, so there's a chance there's another land on the top, so they couldn't immediately play it. Anima was betrayed by Vayne. Yeah, that, this is an artifact, right? Yes. Not a land. Although they keep having a stop, so maybe there is something off the top of their deck they could play? Could be like a removal spell or something? Yep. Land. Ooh, they found their own Anima. This is going to be very painful for them. Just like her name. They draw a card, lose another life. Stop is just for train. Oh yeah, they could sacrifice Kefka's Tower to the train, which is really funny. Poison the waters, reveal my hand. You know what? Sure. Doma, this is not. I have Blitz Balls. So you'd want to take the fight on here, but then both Blitz Balls looks pretty painful. Oh, oh, sorry, it can only be artifact or creature. Poison the waters, whiffed. Oh, that's right. Lock! Oh, damn it. That lifelink will help. I found Precious Wanderings. Well, I think I have to kind of force the situation here. I'm still at 22 life, and Anima and Kefka's Tower is going to deal a lot of damage to them. Yep. Still gets... Alright, well, I'll start with that. Wait for a response. This gets 1 damage through. Yep, they go to 10. I keep my Chocobo. Ooh, get a side quest, hunt the mark? Get a treasure? The biggest thing is just being able to play lands off Kefka's Tower. Would make them essentially draw 2 cards a turn. Just like that. Oh, it's Arden! That's bad. Yeah. Arden's a pretty good way to win. At the beginning of combat, exile a creature card from a graveyard. Make a copy of it. It's like a 5/5 demon. In response to you targeting X-Death, I'm going to return X-Death and Fat Chocobo to my hand. They wanted to target one of their own creature cards here. Because I can just now completely blank Arden like that. Yeah, Ultimecia would have been a great choice too, because they also got some extra Surveil. Can I do 10 damage this turn? 6, 7, 8. I can deal 8 damage. Demon Lock actually wouldn't be that bad because they would get some lifelink. I have 6, 7, 8, 9 total mana. There's 5. Yeah, I can deal 8. Oh, does Arden give lifelink? Oh, he does. Jesus. That's horrifying. Alright, so we'll summon Fat Chocobo just to go wide here. They are down to 5 life, so like... Kefka's Tower doing much less for them. Whatever demon they summon, they basically have to keep back on defense. Oh, actually, it's really scary. They can get Ultimecia and then immediately time compression. Ooh, yeah, that would be pretty good. Grab Ultimecia, time compressioner. Yep. You don't have to tap her, right? You just do it. Yep. That's bad. Make a copy of it? It's a token copy. So she does not get exiled when she flips, so I think she is able to actually flip. Right. Because she doesn't exile herself for time compression, unlike the summons, or like the dominance. Exile 8. Yep. Thankfully, she's still only a 5/5. So what do I still have? Lock, Anima, Sahagin. I have Anima and Shinra reinforcements. They could just grab Anima, because that would draw them a lot more cards. Really? You don't want Sleep Magic? What did you see instead? Do I have any way of killing Arden? I have Overkill. I think that's all that's left in the deck. Yeah. Yep. They get a lock. They go up to 15. They could have a lot of combat tricks that would blow me out. Gaining a lot of life is going to just reactivate Kefka's tower. $11 cards left in their deck is plenty of cards. Arden's pretty dope with the Citadel. Arden's just good. It's 8 mana, which is difficult, but when Arden hits the battlefield and just isn't dealt with, you win the game. Magic Pot? I mean, I guess they can start exiling stuff out of my graveyard. Alright, overkill off the top. Gubu. Huh. Do I just pack it up here? Yeah, I basically had to deal with Arden like now to even have a shot, and that's just not going to happen. Well, I guess we'll play it out, but like, I'm not winning this match. Yeah, I mean, this gets me another treasure for side quest Hunt the Mark. And a Gubu. They go one more Dreams of Laguna. Yeah, they're getting too much life. I mean, they're down to 7 cards in their deck. If I get Malboro exiles the top 3 cards of their deck. Combat tutorial, they draw 2 more. Okay. Maybe they just keep casting and playing too many cards. That could be our out. Is that we Malboro? Because if Lock attacks, I can let it just hit me. Force, and then Lock says you draw a card, discard a card. It's not a may. You have to. They have 5 cards. Stuck in Summoner Sanctum on X-Death. There's 21 cards left in the deck, and one of them is a Malboro. I still need them to play 2 more cards, though. I will take 11. Please. Marlboro. It's Marlboro, not Marlboro. Not a cigarette. Yep. Draw a card, discard a card. Four cards left in their deck. Come on, please. Geisel Greens. does give me 2 blockers. I'm not dead yet. Oh, everything gets trample. Maybe I am dead. Never mind. Yeah. Demon Fat Chocobo is giving everything trample. I was gonna say and a poison the waters? Okay, yeah, you got it. Damn. Malibor off the top there would have been hilarious. But that's okay. Let's go back and actually look at the deck and talk about the cards and what happened with this one. The biggest thing is that this deck was just a pile of cards. It didn't really have synergy going for it. I mean, we ended up being green-black pretty late just because like a lot of those early picks were so weird. Missing out on stuff like Sephiroth's Intervention, Vayne's Treachery, and all that was a bit of a bummer. All of the green cards were like really solid green cards, aside from like... What don't I love? Precious Wandering is just kind of okay. Yeah, this doesn't really have like a lot of the green black. If I had like if I had Cloud of Darkness, then this deck would have been banger, and I would have leaned more into the self mill, but it just didn't quite get there. I liked having the extra Gubo Gardeners and a Torgal. So yeah, actually, Gubo Gardeners and Torgal and a Town Greeter means going down to 16 lands was probably correct. But yeah, for our interaction was just basically, if we don't get the early attacks to apply pressure, we aren't going to win. At no point did we get the Dark Confidant early in the game and actually start drawing a million cards off of them. That's a bummer. But yeah, I think it was a tough draft to navigate. The Gigantoads and Namazu Traders were like the only cards here that just, they were complete filler. Like they are just kind of dudes in the deck. I didn't love it. But all right, well, did my best. Hopefully the next draft will be better. But YouTube, thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying these Final Fantasy drafts. They're very fun to play, and I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one.